Hey everyone. So we're going to be doing some walking in the city for a little bit. But our primary destination is Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and we're going to take the bridge. We're going to get over to Delancey and walk over the bridge, and then when we get over the bridge, we'll just do some walking around in Williamsburg. Hope everybody's doing well. It is a warm, hot, sticky day in New York City. It is right now 85 degrees. And that person just walked by with long sleeves. Yeah, we'll walk down Eldridge. You remember, we did Eldridge early this year in the wintertime. We were down here on Eldridge Street. And it's funny because I on one of those walks, when we were down here this winter and we were doing all these side street walks down here, I had promised you guys eventually we'll go down to Delancey and over the bridge. So here it is in July. 6-7 months later, you guys are getting your promise.
Okay. I know.
All right, here we go, Delancey. Now, Delancey is a incredibly busy roadway. I can imagine a lot of these vehicles are going to be going over the bridge, maybe. It is around 5 p.m. right now that I'm doing this walk. 5 p.m. late afternoon. When we started the walk, we were in Chinatown. We are, I guess I consider this like the Lower East Side right here. Got a street closure over here. Oh, look at that. We got some got like a little block party going on here. I think this guy just got hit. He survived. I was looking at it through the corner of my eye. I mean, everyone reacted, but I'm going to be honest with you, it wasn't as big as everyone reacted and made it sound like. He got like touched a little bit, so. So yeah, this is a time of day you're going to see a lot of crazy stuff down here, man. This right here is Essex. We're doing a little bit of grid running here so we can get onto the bike path. Actually, we're going to be getting onto the walk-in path. Now, when we get down to Williamsburg, we'll probably, walk around some of the little side streets over there. We're going to be it's been a while since I walked over to Williamsburg, so I can imagine we're going to get off over by Broadway over in Williamsburg, and then once we get off, we'll walk around over there. Probably the smallest Burger King you'll ever find. It's a corner Burger King on Suffolk and Delancey. I can smell pizza. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, that's where we're going. I could have stayed on the other side, but like I said, I haven't walked over the Williamsburg. Last time I walked over the Williamsburg was, man, it was like 15 years ago, a long time. But you got to be careful over here because these bikes do not care about you. Well, here's some trains. You got the J, the M, and the Z going over. We should see some trains. There's always a train running over this bridge because there's, multiple trains sharing it. Now you can see right now, you can see the bikes on one side and the pedestrian on this side that I'm on. Now this bridge, just like all the other city crossings, might be about 160 feet over water. The towers, the two stanchion towers, are probably around the 200s, 250s. You can see how many people use bikes to get over this thing. And then, of course, you got the traffic on this side. And we got the trains are under us right now. But what's going to happen is this path is going to kind of do that. You'll see. And we'll have the trains right next to us eventually. But I could look down and I can see train tracks. And we are still in the city. We have not even gotten over the East River yet. So I'll let you guys know when that happens. I'll show you some views of the East River. We're still walking over the Lower East Side right now. You see on either side we got the big high-rise apartments on the Lower East Side. I should have looked up stats of how far this bridge is. I think it's like 1.5 miles long. Could be just 1 mile long. Usually I do my homework before I walk over the bridges and I give you all the stats. I didn't do that for this. I was like, let's just get the camera, let's go out and walk somewhere, and this is where I chose. I chose here. Another thing, you know, to keep in mind is obviously common sense wise, you know, I'm walking uphill for a while. This is a long, gradual incline, so it's definitely a good workout. give you guys some looks behind me in a moment. Okay, so right up here is where the path split. So the bikers will have their own lane to the left of me, and we will have our own lane on the right side. And I know somebody might be asking that question. But what happens if you walk on the left side or ride a bike on the right side? You'll hear about it. It's one thing, especially on the bike side. If you go walking on the bike side, you will hear it. Here we go. There go the train tracks. They will eventually ride up and meet us. There's a little bit of a wind up here. Obviously, we're high up, so I apologize if we get some winds in the microphone. But I guess that'll add to the realism, I guess. Feel like you're walking in the wind with me. I'll give you guys some views of the river here. So right out there you can see that's downtown Brooklyn. That's pretty much, you know, over by the Barclays Center and stuff. And we are now walking under the first tower. Many people have climbed this and either gotten away with it or didn't get away with it. We are finally over the river, by the way. There go the bikers. They're still in view. They got their little bike lane over there. We are now heading downhill, or on a decline. And we are officially back in Brooklyn. We are in Williamsburg, Brooklyn right now. We just crossed over the river line. That was the Z train. That was the only train I didn't see go over yet. Like I said earlier, I have the J, the M, and the Z go over this bridge. We are going over another tower. Well, we're going under. We're going over the bridge, but we're going under the tower. Right, so if you look to our left and right, you will see a lot of high-rise towers, much bigger than the bridge. And then over on this side, you got the waterfront. Now, right over here, right at this spot, for you train fans, you have a really beautiful view of the trains coming in and off of the bridge here. As the path jots to the right, and we come off of the bridge here, you can get some good shots here. I'll just stop real quick just to show you, kind of give you an idea. As you can see, you see how clear the view is if you can get a lens right up to this fence. We are almost off the bridge. We got to come down this steep slope. And soon we'll be on the street. And I believe to my right is Broadway. But I think what we're gonna do, we're probably gonna hang a left. So there is the end. Right there is where we're gonna come off the bridge here. This right here is, I think it's like South 8th Street over here. You'll have South and North Streets down here. And yes, there is an Italian feast going on down here. And we will be covering that in the next walk. So stay tuned for the next walk. You guys will see the feast. We're gonna hang a left and walk down some of these streets here for a little while, and then we'll wrap it up. South 6th Street and Broadway. I believe this is Broadway. Let's go over here, because I said Broadway earlier, right? Yep, I was right. So Broadway kind of cuts through here. So right now we are on Bedford Avenue in the Williamsburg section. right, well, we've made it to South 3rd. So yeah, so we started the walk in Chinatown, walked down to Delancey, got onto the Williamsburg Bridge, and now we are in Williamsburg, coming up to South 2nd Street. No east or west over here, right? We're used to the east-west streets. These are north-south streets. I guess we'll turn down south first. Streets will go north. And we'll walk down. Let's walk down. Let's walk this way. Let's check this block out. We'll do both sides. This is South 1st Street. So if we kept walking, we would have eventually got into the north streets, which I believe goes up to like North 9th Street or something like that.
Well, yeah, that's what I said.
Trying to give you guys the full tour. Well, it's not a full tour, but giving you guys a nice sample of Williamsburg. If you've never been to Williamsburg, this is what it looks like. And I'm not done yet. After this, I gotta skip over to the feast, the Italian feast. What is it? Our Lady of Mount Carmel, the feast of Our Lady of Mount Carmel. This right here is Berry Street. I'm following those church bells. Some nice homes. This is a whole bike street here, guys. This is a whole bike lane street. I was wondering what was going on here. I saw all these bikes but no cars, but it's got, if you look, it's got bike lane symbols on either side. This turned out to be a nice little walk after we got off the bridge. Williamsburg is a pretty big neighborhood, by the way. It's not a small neighborhood. It's pretty big. Williamsburg and Greenpoint. Greenpoint is more north. Greenpoint is the northernmost tip of Brooklyn. You won't get any more north after you get through Greenpoint. You will come up to the Newtown Creek. If you go in my channel, you will see I did a walk a couple of years ago. We got to get back into Greenpoint. A couple of years ago, I went up Manhattan Avenue all the way from Williamsburg to the end, the entire length of Manhattan Avenue. And we ended it right at the creek. As a tugboat was coming out. It was a pretty cool ending. This is Wythe Avenue. This is it's got some interesting places to sit down and eat. 12 Chairs Cafe right across the street. We'll go this way. I think what we'll do is we'll turn down South 3rd and go down a few blocks. Very nice area of Williamsburg here. Now a little behind the scenes, I am carrying the battery pack in my right hand, camera in my left hand, because I'm keeping the camera at a full charge, so I could go right into recording the feast. So this is going to be a non-stop. This will be a non-stop production. And this is Bedford Avenue again. We're gonna, this time though, we're just gonna cross down. We're gonna cut right down here. These are stop sign intersections. So you got to just watch and get inside the crosswalk, and the cars, I guess, I'll let you go by.
Basically, doesn't want to.
Let's get across the street. Got some interesting architecture over here. Narrow walk-ups, pretty steep walk-ups. All right, we're probably gonna wrap it up. Not on this corner, but on the next one, right? So, kind of running at our normal time for a walk. We're right up to like almost 50 minutes here. We got a nice little sprinkler going here. Alright, so this right here is Driggs Avenue. I think what we're going to do is we're going to head down Driggs. Because I want to get down closer to Metropolitan Avenue and then head over to the Feast. Got a little bit of music going on here. I don't think that'll make it for copyright because it's kind of muffled coming out of the car. Got a lot of bass going. You can hear the windows getting ready to break into little pieces. This over here is the movie house in Williamsburg. Williamsburg Cinemas is right here on the corner of Grand Street. And we're gonna walk down Grand Street, and we are gonna end it on the next corner. So I want to thank everybody that came over the bridge with me into Williamsburg. And then we went through the neighborhood of Williamsburg, and stay tuned because the next walk is gonna be at the feast. Feast is not far from here. It runs from about, I want to say like North 5th to North, maybe it's 1st to 5th, or I know where it is. I just don't pay attention to streets down there. I know where I'm going. Got to get over by the church. There's like there's 2 churches, and then there's another building, but there's like a couple of churches affiliated with the church over there. We are going to end it right here. Right here on Roebling. Roebling. What I'll do, I'll give you guys a look at this building across the street. You get across the street, I'll give you a better look. And then this is where we're going to end it. Alright guys, that was it. So I want to thank everybody for tagging along, and stay tuned. We're going to be doing the feast next, and until then I will catch you on the next one as I head over to Metropolitan Avenue, which is right in front of us, by the way, on the next block. So take care, and I will see you on the feast walk. Bye bye.